Aquarians. It's Tarot by Tess, apparently drinking some Coke. This is your June 2017 reading. This is the first time in a long time I went ahead and just pulled off camera. So I'm going to go ahead and let you know up front, if you're looking for a happy reading, this isn't it. But it may be introspective for you, for some people. So there you go. Alright, so these cards popped out. Hierophant reversed, Ace of Wands reversed, and the Devil. So there's some kind of broken relationship that's over, but somebody can't let it go. They're still holding on. They're like obsessed, or they feel like they're in prison. It's some kind of toxic prison. But I'm seeing that it's actually over. We have some alkalite cards here with the Hierophant and the Devil. And this is, even though, I think it's a relationship. Even though this relationship or marriage or something is over, you're tied to it, you're chained to it. And you can't let this dream go. You can't. It's like a passion of yours. You can't let it go. I'm also seeing somebody may be abusive, because this is giving a thumbs down. This is not good. Also, there's a club, so somebody can hit you with it. And then I see some kind of corruption of a relationship. So somebody could have cheated, and that ruined a relationship. This wand is a phallic symbol. Ace of Wands talks about, affairs. So since it's in reverse, I think you might know about the affair. Because we have a few cards in here that say the secret's out. I'm also seeing there's something in excess here. Too much passion, too much fixation, too much abuse. I see somebody's not letting go. I also see the knowledge is revealed. Yeah. And it's knowledge that should transform you, should make you have a change, but it's in reverse, so you're not. Okay, this is at the bottom of the deck. You're carrying this burden. I'm not sure why you want to carry it, but you are. And with the Devil, this says you are weighed down. There's something unbalanced or unhealthy going on here. And with the Four of Swords at the end, you need rest from this burden. But I can just tell you now, it looks like you're not getting it. With the Magician, you're working hard to prove yourself, but it's just not working. With the Hierophant, I see there's some kind of emotional manipulation. Could be spiritually, at work, school. There may be some kind of boss that's maybe you're having an affair with, or you know about an affair. Maybe some kind of emotional affair or emotional blackmail, which would be manipulation, I guess, yeah. Also see somebody who may be working a whole lot too, but just probably working a lot to prove yourself. Then Three of Pentacles, either as a boss or somebody overworking. But whatever you're not letting go of, you're working really hard at holding on to it. I'm surprised we don't have the Four of Pentacles in here somewhere. But we do have the Four of Cups. Now with the Four of Swords over here on the end, since they're both framing the reading and they're both fours, we see a need to get out of oppression. We need stability. And it could be you've been holding on to this for so long that it's kind of like a normal for you. It's kind of like your foundation. With the High Priestess in here, I'm seeing you're not accepting something, or you can't accept it. If you're in a relationship, one, I see you might hold a grudge if somebody cheated on you. I'm seeing a healthy life, an unhealthy life, sorry. But this relationship probably requires some kind of new approach if you want it to work. And with that Ace of Wands reversed, your love interest doesn't really feel much about you. They're rejecting you. And you're focused on this affair. So you're not really seeing something. This could be an offer of an apology, but somebody's not accepting it. And the reason I say it could be an apology is because we have the Knight of Cups over here as well. I'm also seeing that you might get what you want out of this relationship, but there's going to be some obstacles. There's going to be some thorns. But with the Ace of Wands reverse, I see a fall, some kind of ruin. And also with the Four of Cups, I see you know what to do, but you're just not doing it. With the Magician clarifying, okay, I'm in the Four of Cups. I'll just bring these together. Either work or a relationship is lacking substance. There's no magic, at least not anymore. There's no mojo. Somebody's uninspired. They can't get the job done. Like, they could do their job if they had some inspiration, but they don't. They're very dissatisfied in love and they're thinking about leaving. And this is also somebody who's manipulating the hell out of something. It looks like emotional manipulation. Could be passive aggressive. So somebody's just withholding emotions or power or sex to manipulate someone because of something they did. I'm also seeing somebody might need some help. Usually it's you, the querent, but you weren't able to help them. It was like a little too late. But it could apply to you as well. I'm also seeing that with the Devil and the Magician and the Four of Cups, you're very restricted with some kind of unhealthy choice. And you're not seeing how manipulative someone is. So again, there's that emotional blackmail. Yeah, and with the Devil, I'm seeing that you need to block the abuse, block the manipulation. So you need to reject it or not accept it. You need to see it and then reject it. Okay, with this Four of Cups and the High Priestess, I see you got some kind of an answer, but you can't accept the answer you got. Like, both of these cards say the fucking secret is out. Okay, somebody was unable to keep their mouth shut. Cat's out of the bag, because a lion is a cat. Okay, and it's usually about an affair because the High Priestess is usually a mistress. But we don't have another queen in here, so I'm not sure what that's about. Could have been with a male, possibly. But yeah, the secret's out of the bag and you can't accept it. Somebody's told you some truth and it's depressing, so you're like, no, I'm not believing it. Being very obstinate. Now with the World and the Five of Wands, They're both upright, okay? Well, just thinking of the Ace of Wands first with the World. And Magician, and the Four of Cups. I'm seeing your creativity is being blocked, and so you're not getting a long-held dream. Like somebody's preventing you from doing something so you don't get what you want. And with this Seven of Cups over here, I see the need for some counseling. And you really, really want, and you're fighting to keep some kind of fantasy alive. And I don't mean like a fantasy so much as just a delusion. All right, now you see these people are fighting, okay? And this person's unaffected, right? They're in their own little bubble. So I'm saying no matter how hard you try, remember you're really trying to prove yourself and do something, you just can't get through to somebody. They're not letting you in. Some of you, this is saying you need to fucking date and get out in the world and get out of your house, okay? Stop being alone. Because that's just going to make it worse, whatever this is that you're not letting go of. Also see that this person, if you're having to work this hard, they're just not for you. They may be your whole world and you're fighting to keep them, but it's not happening. And then this is somebody rejecting you as well, and you're not able to fix something or make something happen. It could be the other person as well, so put the energies where you would like. But, I mean, these first four cards all say you can't make somebody be interested in you. You just can't. With the Four of Cups and Five of Wands, somebody just can't compete, okay? Or somebody doesn't want to compete. I'm seeing possibly not even, like somebody's not standing out. You're not a blip on their radar. And yet you keep trying. You keep building this fantasy. And I think you want to be alone and you need to get out there. Because your bubble got burst when somebody told you something. And so you're all about yourself right now. You're repressing these emotions about past scars. Could be somebody had some wandering eyes. But you're going to end up really lonely and bored if you don't change something. And again, you're working so much, you're giving too much of yourself to someone. It's just one-sided. They're not even looking your way. And you may have some options when it comes to dating, but you're not. Also, this says your lover wants somebody who's better than you. So they have a wandering eye. They're dating around. This is an unstable, non-committed relationship. And again, with the High Priestess, I'm seeing you're not accepting it. And if you do need another approach to flourish, you're just not doing it. And I see somebody's holding a grudge. Alright, so let's go into the High Priestess reversed and the Seven of Cups reversed. This way. Also, with Four of Cups and the Five of Wands, I see you're staying home and somebody's not picking up the phone. Okay? You could be trying to get in contact, but they're not answering. Probably because they're out dating. And you're just not able to get through. Couldn't be able to not get through on the internet as well. You're just off in your own little world, and you're fantasy you're trying to keep. Also, with Four of Cups in the world, somebody may not want a woman who has curves. That may be a reason for rejection. Somebody doesn't like a shapely woman, and fuck them. Also, somebody doesn't want to be vulnerable either because she's naked. And I keep seeing you saying, you're fighting to say, don't shut me out. We can work with this. Now, if you're trying another strategy and it's not working, then that could be what I'm seeing. Instead of you know what to do, but you're not doing it. It could be you know what to do and you're trying it, but it's not working. And if this relationship works at all, it's going to have a lot of obstacles and it's going to be a very slim chance. All right, but let's get to the High Priestess and Seven of Cups, both reversed. I see these are both secrets, okay? I also see Nightmare. And funnily enough, Seven of Cups is next to the Nine of Swords, which is a waking nightmare. So I guess, while we're over here, I'm seeing that somebody's not facing reality. Somebody's not owning up to something. Somebody's not taking responsibility. And a couple should be practical about working things out, okay? If they're going to, they need to be practical. They need to follow their logic and not their lust. And I do see that at some point somebody was tempted to cheat. And I think it's already happened because it's in reverse. And so this delusion or deception that's now out of the bag, it's clouded your joy, it's clouded your emotional satisfaction. And again, I see obsessive fantasies. Somebody's not letting go of an obsession. You're deceiving yourself. And if somebody's shady. And they fucking told you. So someone's shady. But you are just fucking determined. You need to be clear about what you need in love and go with your gut. Okay, because this person's not. So you need to go with your gut because right now you're not. You're not accepting. High Priestess in reverse says you know the truth. And you're not liking what you see. And so you're not accepting it. It doesn't work like that. And really what you need is to turn this right side up so you can heal. And so you may be drinking a little bit. Also, I see you growing more dependent on something. It could be a substance, but you're growing more dependent on keeping this fantasy or keeping this relationship alive. I can already tell you it's dead. Okay. There's no magic, no spark. There's nothing there. Oh, with Strength reversed over here, I see all three of these cards say you are super dependent. A lot of codependency here. I also see lust next to all this temptation. So somebody's not facing the reality that somebody has cheated. Somebody's just picking and choosing what they believe and what they see. And you have a very strong opinion about this with Strength. You have a very strong opinion, but they're both in reverse. So it's like an opinion that has nothing to back it up. Again, I see somebody who's depressed. So we have two depression cards. Somebody who doesn't have the courage to do what's necessary. Somebody who's out of control. Somebody who's jealous. So we have two jealousy cards. But there's a part of you who's very determined. There's a part of you that has like no determination. Like I see both. Like part of you is like you are fixated on doing this, and then the other part of you is really fucking depressed. Like there's no life in you. I also see there's no chemistry. Again, a lot of excess. Could be excess addiction, excess lust. Lots of stress and anxiety. And all that needs to be tamed. I also see you're doubting yourself, possibly about how magnetic you are. You're not feeling a whole lot of pride right now. And you're not really seeing any other way because infinity is in reverse. Now, some of you who are the one cheating, you may feel guilty, but I mainly see this as somebody's been cheated on and they're just not willing to accept it. They're hiding their face. And you need to realize how horrible the situation is. But with the Magician in reverse, I see somebody's not exonerated from blame. Like somebody wants to be exonerated, but they're not. You just have all these uncomfortable emotions. And see, you're bold about getting through to somebody and keeping this fantasy alive, but you're not bold when it comes to yourself. I think at night is when you start crying, pretty much. It's all inside. You're not really showing it on the outside. I also see like you broke up with a partner, obviously. And you're not really standing out in the dating world. So some of you who are single, you're just not getting out there and dating because you don't think you would stand out. And you really want to move past this conflict to be stronger. But I'm seeing love's not going to come to you until you're truly ready. Some of you for work, you may want some more responsibilities because you kind of lost your passion for this job. Maybe you want to travel and you're fighting for it. Maybe you're also getting people of other cultures together and you just have a boss who's like, no. And you work really hard and they're still not giving you what you want. And you're just sad about it and you're no longer going to step up anymore. Okay, then we have Three of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. Both are upright. Well, I shouldn't move on so fast. Because I just see more things. Okay, so let's get these back out. I do see an emotional affair. Could possibly be at work or with a boss, like I was saying earlier, because it's so near to the work environment. But I see a third party mainly. I'm also seeing, an emotional affair with the High Priestess. And somebody may act, well, here's where I'm seeing it. And with the High Priestess. Somebody may act on a secret love. And it may be a boss or someone at work. Or this is what you're upset over, that somebody acted on a secret love and you found out about it and your whole world's just in shambles. With the Magician, like, you didn't pick up on this. They kind of manipulated everything so you wouldn't see it. And so you're not really communicating very well. Also see you're unable to control your passion. This is somebody who can fix things and control things. Also, this is the persuading card, and you are not persuaded to give this up. Also, you can't persuade somebody else, whether it's to get a different kind of job or to keep a lover, whatever it might be. And again, these two cards and this one, I see not able to control a lust, a passion, an obsession, or an addiction. And I'm seeing what that devil he had and the magician. And I'll just talk about that at the end. Okay, so let's get back to where I was going in the first place before I got sidetracked. So we have Three of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. This says that this person may have been very, very charming, but they couldn't deliver. They had nothing to back it up. So you went on a date with Prince Charming, or you had a relationship with Prince Charming, and they probably went and wooed somebody else. Because remember, there's a secret love. You may have fell in love at first sight with this person. Or he fell in love with someone else. I'm just using the binary, put it where you want to. And it was his idea, whoever Knight of Cups is, it was their idea to get together, whether with you or someone else. And then this fool comes up and apologizes for the secret after the fact. I don't know if they told you or you just found out, but I see it was probably released to a group. So I know there's people out there who release like mass emails or mass text messages talking about somebody doing something wrong. And that could have been something you received. But the fool's trying to apologize for it after it already happened. And I'm seeing your friends may be trying to help you, and you need a little help from your friends. Because I'm seeing you rejecting any kind of professional help. Yeah, you're rejecting professional help. Or they might be rejecting seeing a counselor to make it work. And that's why you're trying something that would work, but they're not accepting it. And I'm seeing this person feels very strongly about this relationship with this third person. Okay, so now talking about being aware of something. You weren't aware of something at first, but it's out now. You're aware, you just don't like it. The secret's out about this person. But because you weren't aware at first, I'm seeing that now you're aware that your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever is cheating. But you weren't, and so you were tricked into being with somebody. Now, some of you may be the mistress in this case, and you didn't know they had someone steady, and so you were tricked into having an affair, and they're apologizing, offering gifts, but it's not really going anywhere. I'm also seeing somebody's jealous, and they don't have any control when it comes to this third person. But yeah, I think you were tricked. Like somebody may have offered you something, like a relationship or something like that, and they kind of tricked you to being in this love triangle, or heck, this 4 triangle, who knows. Yeah. But I do see somebody's jealous about a third party as well, because we have some jealousy, like out of control jealousy, as well as obsession. Somebody's not letting go. Okay, so at the end, we have the 4 of Swords clarified by the 6 of Cups. So I'm seeing you're not going anywhere. Okay, somebody's staying in the house, they're not dating. Now, whether this is because you're single or because you've had a breakup, or because you're still in a relationship and you're part of a third party, even though you don't want to be. I'm seeing you're alone with your memories. You're dreaming of a reunion with someone. And you're meditating on a time that wasn't really as great as you're remembering. And you're going to see eventually that some past memories are going to come out. They're going to emerge. And they're going to confuse you because you've been thinking about it incorrectly. I see somebody's just kind of stuck in the past, so they're dead, you know. I think they were naive as well. Somebody who's, you know, focusing on something else. You've been cut out, and so you're just dreaming of all the times you had with this person, and you're being very unrealistic. You want to restore this relationship, but somebody's cut you out, and they're single. And this is telling me you need to move on. You need your freedom. I think you're also wishing that you had a more innocent and carefree time. But again, I see somebody who is refusing to move on from something nostalgic. You may have been with this person for a long time, whatever it might be, you're refusing. You are carrying this burden. You're holding on real tight to a passion, but it's fucking over. But you can't let go. You're obsessed. Or you're just chained to it. And it's abusive and manipulative anyway, so I'm not sure why. It could be a corrupt boss is blackmailing you. And so you're not transforming with this Ace of Wands in reverse. You're not moving on. Also see with the Ace of Wands and the Hierophant, you feel like you have no faith in somebody. You've lost faith in someone, possibly because of a love triangle. And you feel like your prayers aren't being answered. And so you may be praying a whole bunch to have a restored relationship. But why the fuck would you want this? I have no idea. Alright, let's pull some clarifiers, or action steps, I mean. What are some action steps Aquarians should take to have a happy outcome? To have a happy outcome for the month of June. Okay, before I draw, I just want to look at the very bottom. It kind of tells a story. Can't make something work because somebody's a manipulator. You're trying real hard to make it work, but they're not accepting it. You're not accepting it. That they're cheating. You're still stuck on this fantasy. But they have lots of options they can date. I'm saying you may think you don't have any options, but you do. You're just not dating. And so when this secret comes out, this dirty secret, you're depressed about it. You don't want to face it. You may even offer love to this person. That's because you're being naive and you need to move on. Okay, an action step is 8 of Wands. So you need to have a revelation of something quickly, actually. This may be some messages coming in. Now, there may very well be like a Prince Charming coming up. You have a date. Maybe your friends set you up on a date with Prince Charming, or they will, and you stay at home because you're still thinking about the past. This is you being single for a while, and because you're stuck in the past. Eight of Swords. So yeah, you feel trapped by this manipulation. I do see the blackmail in here, feeling like you're in prison. And the thing is, you can easily get out. You can take your blindfold off, you can get out of your bonds and just walk out of the swords. But just think of this 8 of Wands. you really are addicted to some kind of idea, or like the idea of love. And see, we have 2 8s here. There needs to be a change of mind. You need to change how you're thinking. You need to change what you're meditating on to get out. Because nobody wants to feel this way. But I do see an addiction. I also see somebody who has a wandering eye, making somebody sad. I see somebody wanting to be noticed, but they're not. And this is what lots of passion can lead to, and it's not with you. Yeah, 8s are definitely changes of mind and revelation. Okay. I'm going to pull a couple cards from Romance Angel Oracle. I just want to forewarn you that these are usually positive. So if it goes against the reading in any way, I would disregard these. I don't really like to use them, but subscribers like them. So I do pull in reverse just so it could be a little bit more realistic. Okay, we have 1. Pay attention to the red flags. So if you don't know yet, because I do see you having gotten tricked, you're going to find out. And this could be you kind of noticing something, and then you end up very depressed and trapped in your fear. And you need to make the effort. And I think it's make the effort to pay attention to the red flags. And also, you may be wanting to make the effort to make this relationship work. And I'm not saying you can't. There's a few cards in here that say it's possible. It's just kind of slim. But I'd rather see you make an effort for someone else. Ooh, okay. So you're not very playful, obviously. So to recapture romance, which I think is what you're wanting, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So bring back your childlike. I know it's hard in the face of all this, but perhaps if you want to make this work, despite all the thorns and whatnot, you're not being very playful. So that may be something to do. Make the effort to be playful. Alright. Well, Aquarians, I would say I hope you enjoy your reading, but I don't think anybody's gonna like this. But good luck in your love life, possibly in work. I think this is mostly about love. And hopefully you'll get something better in July because you decided to give up whatever this fantasy is. Alright. Good luck, guys. Be happy.